Good morning, children. We'll continue study chapter. So we were discussing that organisms that depend on producers either directly or indirectly for their sustenance. So whichever organism, whether it is larger in size, smaller in size, they all depend on producers. So these are the one which produce food, and for on this most of the lower section of the organisms will depend on them for sustenance. So they depend directly or indirectly. Okay. So these organisms which consume food, the food produced either directly or indirectly from producers or indirectly by feeding on other consumers, either directly from producers or the consumers. So these are called consumers. So consumers we classify as herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, and parasites. So these four sections are the one which are called consumers. Okay. So now we'll discuss further things. Imagine the situation where you do not clean the aquarium and some fish and plants are died. So imagine that aquarium which has fish. And plants. So these will die. So have you ever thought what happens when an organism dies? What happens when an organism dies? What changes will take place? What happens? The organisms comprising bacteria and fungi break down the dead remains and waste product of organisms. So these dead organisms are decomposed. We call it generally decomposed, so broken down. They break down the dead remain parts. Break down remains of dead remains of breakdown dead remains and waste of organisms. So who are these? So these are done by either bacteria or fungi. So these are the microorganisms. Okay. These microorganisms are the decomposers. These are called decomposer. Because they will break down, they will decompose, break down. As they break down the complex organic substance into simple. So what they do, if dead body of any plant or any animal, this will be very complex. Because these are complex organic substance. So their function is what? Complex organic substance. These are broken down into simple organic substances. Okay. So what happens to this after breaking down into simple organic substances in the aquarium or in the small scale also you can think. So these will go into the mix into the soil and are used up once more by the plants. Again, these are used by the plants. So first of all, when the organisms die, these dead remains and waste of organisms are broken down by the help of bacteria and fungi. So this breaking of complex organic substance into simple organic substances is done by this group of organisms called decomposers. So they will convert complex organic substance into simple organic substance, and again this simple substance will mix with the soil. Again these simple substances are used by the plants as nitrates, which are soluble in or which can easily mix with soil. So what will happen to the garbage and dead animals in the plants in their absence? See, if there were no animals, if there were no microbes, what would happen after dead plants and animals? It used to be a worst environment and worst situation of all of us. So the natural replacement of the soil take place even if decomposers are not there. See, even though if suppose if decomposers are not there, will naturally replenishment will take place? Is it possible the taking place of replenishment? No, it is highly impossible because in at all level there are different organisms are having particular specific function. They will help to perform the function. Okay. So while creating an aquarium, did you take care? This is one simple activity. Did you take care to put an aquatic animal which you do it others? What would happen if what would have happened otherwise? If you have not put aquatic animal which would eat others, it's not possible. So this is all the activity which we will discuss later. Now, so this relation between decomposers, producers, parasites can be understood very easily through a natural cycle called food chain or food webs. Okay. Now, we'll study about food chains and food webs. See, I'll give one nice example. One simple concept. Grass is eaten by grasshopper. This is commonly we know all easy. Grasshoppers are eaten by frogs. Frogs are eaten by snakes. Snakes are eaten by eagle. Okay. So these series of organisms feeding in one another. They all feed one another. So grasshopper eats grass, frogs eat grasshopper, snakes eat frogs, and eagle eats snakes. Okay. This series of organisms taking part at various biotic levels form a food chain. So this series of organisms taking part at various biotic levels will form a food chain. In figure 15.1 it is given food chain in nature. In forest, what happens here? Is herbs or trees are eaten by deer. Again, deer is eaten by tiger. In case of bee, what happens in grassland? Which has not told. In grassland, what happens? Grass is eaten by grasshopper. Grasshoppers are eaten by frogs. Frogs are eaten by snakes. Snakes are eaten by eagle. In a pond, what happens? There are small aquatic animals. So these are eaten by little larger insects like scorpion and all. Okay, these are again eaten by fish, shark and fish. Okay, these small fishes are eaten by krill. Okay, this is a series of food chain which we call at various biotic level it will take place. So such a series of organisms taking part at various biotic level is called food chain. Now, each step or level of the food chain forms a trophic level. Actually, what happens here? These all steps which they follow, they form a level of food chain. So that level of food chain is called trophic level. Each step or level, each step or level of food chain form a trophic level. How it happens? The autotrophs are produced or the producers are the first trophic level. First the trophic level we have. So we are having a triangle here like this. This is producers or we call autotrophs. Why autotrophs? Because they produce their own food by the help of photosynthesis. So these are trophic levels. Okay. So how they prepare their food? They fix up the solar energy and make it available for the heterotrophs or the consumers. Very interesting. They will fix the sunlight, solar energy, and they will make available for heterotrophs or consumers. Okay. So consumers we divide them as three sections. Three sections. Generally we call primary consumer, secondary consumer and tertiary consumers. So what happens here? Which type of organisms are included here? In primary, secondary and tertiary, we'll check it out. The herbivores or the primary consumers come at the second. So here herbivores are primary consumers, or this herbivores will form primary consumers. Small carnivores are the secondary consumers at the third level. Small carnivores. So what are herbivores here? You should know. Herbivores are the organisms which feed on small plants. Small herbs they will eat and they will lead a life. Okay. And the second level is secondary consumer or small consumers. Okay. So what they do here? Small consumers are the secondary consumers are the third. So they are the third level. And larger carnivores are the tertiary consumers from the fourth trophic level. Larger carnivores, larger, carnivores. So I told carnivores are animals which feed on flesh of other animals. So small carnivores which are smaller in size and little bigger carnivores. Like you take small fishes and all. They are also carnivores, but they eat only small insects or fish, other things and all. But larger carnivores include they eat larger animals. Okay. Now, so we know that the food we eat acts as fuel to produce energy to us. So what we do, what happens here? The food which we eat will produce us energy. This is naturally everybody knows. Okay, and you have experience also. And this energy is required to do work. The food which we eat gives us energy. Food gives us energy. So this energy where we use to do the work. Okay. Thus the interactions among the various components of the environment involves flow of energy from one component system to the another. Actually what happens here, it is the interaction among the various components. So various components will interact with each other, with the environment, and there is flow of energy from one component of the system to the other. So one component of the system, one component of the system to the another, of system to another. Means that is flow of energy take place here. Flow of energy will take place from one trophic level to other trophic level.